Hey, what's going on, you guys? Like, welcome you guys to the channel. It's your boy Big Dog back with another one take review. Today we got one for Black Clover, episode 107, which I think is like an episode I kind of, my bad, throat itching. It was an episode I think I kind of been waiting for. Is like, hey, they finally made it to like the castle, at the Clover Kingdom just in general, and the Golden Dawns are pretty much attacking, and they're all basically elves, and like they're attacking like the three royal houses of the Clover Kingdom, like the king, the Silvers, and like what's the name, the Vods. But yeah, everybody is basically getting attacked, and why this is going down, you got the king talking to Langris and Fenrir's family, like, hey, there's no way I would let somebody of my bloodline marry someone of yours who's basically a traitor to the kingdom. It's like he's basically so not worried about the kingdom being attacked. Like, oh, the Magic Knight's gonna handle that, which I understand that is like you have faith in him, but that doesn't seem like that's the case with the king. He's just like, I don't really care. He's one of those guys who doesn't really care about people lower than him, and you see that coming into play. That's how a lot of the royals are. Yeah, the guy pretty much just like annoys the hell out of me. And I honestly want to see I want to see them, like, somebody get a hand on him or something, like injure him or something. But you see how the elves, this is the elves I want to see. I want to see them attacking people, like kind of actually doing some damage. Because we get the Silvers, and we have the girl who uses like compass magic. Before that, she had killed somebody who I'm guessing was a royal, and a commoner. Like, there's no. First of all, they have a problem with like their ranking and their systems of how some people are held higher than others, so they don't like that, and then like just the royal blood, just in general, angers them. But in their mind, it's like that angers them more, but at the same time, they still like, our mission is to kill all humans. And so when you take out the Silver, Nadra Silver, and whatever the brother name, I hate them so much. But in this episode, you kind of like, I enjoy seeing them like get took down. But they're actually very, very disappointing, because when you think about it, like, Noelle probably has one actual attack and she has a defense, and that's it. But that's enough to take down what I'm assuming both of them, because Nadra was so impressed by like Noelle's ability to attack. It's just like they are definitely disappointments. Like, may have royal blood and may have more magic than others, but they nothing impresses me about them. And another thing I enjoyed about this episode is just basically all the fights that was going on. This is the first episode where I kind of feel like there's a panic, there's a rush. And I think more or less it's because like most of the other episodes, they go to one central thing and focus on this, and they don't just show them as they going, which is, I think that's a better way to do it. Is like go and show and focus on one thing and show the beginning, end, and conclusion of every battle. But this one, just like, it's more not reckless is not the word I want to use. It's more frantic. You know what I'm saying? You get a frantic feeling because you have Yami and Jack. They're fighting 4 elves, and Yami kind of like, I'm stronger than these guys, but it's 4 of them. It's kind of harder to deal with. And like the way Fenrir started using his magic, helping both. And there are level 2 elves as well. I think people think just because an elf got magic power and they got more magic power, they even the elves thought themselves like, oh, we can be able to take down these humans. No, they've developed a lot since the last time you guys were here, and you realize like a captain is able to take on elves like with no problem. Because I don't think Yami nor did Jack really break a sweat in their fights with the elves. So that kind of makes me wonder, like, how will it go later on? Because I think there are more captains that can take on multiple elves at once. And so now it's going to get kind of like, hey, where are the strongest elves at? And like, does it take multiple captains to defeat top-ranked elf? Even though the elves really don't have classes, but you know the ones that are stronger than the other ones. But yeah, then Noelle shows up, Noelle shows up, and they go. No, it was actually shocked me that Nozel actually took an injury, even though I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it's, I don't say, I'm not gonna say it was by choice, but it was just like, hey, I maybe didn't like take this in strongly into the consideration because the elf was like able to stop everyone's magic from. It's now the magic is frantic, you know what I'm saying? You put them in a space where like now even their magic's frantic, and it has to go about a certain way. They can't control their magic like they would. And the happiest part that I saw was like the mana control from Noelle, which is something I think at this point has to be a big deal for her because if we know it's like she couldn't control her magic, and like now she has mana control, and like at she always had a lot of magic, she just can't control it. So now that she can, and she's already, I think, above her brother and sister, we gon' well, except for Nozel, of course. But like now we gonna get to see her at a point. In next episode we finally get to see her in like the armor and stuff, which looks amazing. I can't wait to see how that works. But I'm wondering why did she take the forefront and not Nozel? I wonder did he just let her or like is it like a team thing? I'm wondering because the way Nozel controls his magic seems like it's more of a combination type thing. You know, because the way it's just weird because the way Nozel's magic usually functions like liquid and you can like transform it into certain things, and that's going to help for Noelle because if he can transform his magic into like an armor, then she can use the mana control to use it and like shield herself, and then we can actually get to actual battle. So I'm wondering, I don't know for sure yet, is it gonna be just her or him, their magic combined together to create the armor for her. But yeah, this is the part I've been waiting for the elves to get to the kingdom and start attacking because that's what I want to see. I want to see frantic. I want to see people panicking. I want to see all the different fights going on, so many different places at once. And I think this episode kind of like embodied the episode I've kind of been waiting to see because it's been taking them so long to get there. I'm like, and actually I don't think it's been taking them long to get there. It's just like I say, I think it's the way the episodes are set up where like they focus on one thing and they focus on another thing and they focus on another thing and they don't just jump back and forth between things in each episode because if they did that it would probably be like I was more interested in this, go back to this, and I was more interested in this, go back to this, and they'll just give you episodes focusing on each. So I do appreciate that. But you guys let me know what you thought about the episode down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.